Hello, railway enthusiasts, welcome back. We are with Railway Empire 2 right now, the Industrial Wonders DLC, and we are building the Eiffel Tower. That is the scenario. When you last joined me, or when you last left, we had just begun our progress on getting steel and tools over to Paris. So we have made some progress there. I have played along a few more months, and I've mainly been busy. You can see I've got a million, although that is from a third bond, so we have significant debt right now. Although debt is fine, you know, we've got a value of 16 million as a company, which, you know, that's with 3 million in debt, right? Interest, you know, we owe 137 a quarter, and we're making roughly here it's saying like 146 a week, right? So that's, you know, assume like 12 weeks. So our debt is fine. Um, and yeah, so what I've actually been investing that money in is I have finally got our up in Paris here. Let's get a little visual of Paris, which is really built up. We've now got 3 stations in Paris, and the and we just built our university. So the university's only real purpose, I believe, is to allow us to go over 100,000 citizens. I'm doing that primarily for just, you know, traffic. I mean, you can see we've got a massive amount of passengers who want to get delivered, and that is just that's always profit. Express trains just tend to make a lot of profit. We've got so many 0% delivered by train here, uh, which, you know, is all essentially opportunity. Look at that! Wow, 56 passengers a week. Um, I think a car takes about 40 passengers. So to Saint Denis, it's a very short journey. And yeah, so anyway, I mean, I think if we look at, like, let's just look at our, so I'm not sure how often this is run, but you can see it's making 35,000 profit a week. So, and that is going, oh, that one's going to Fosse. Where is our, so I actually basically have a passenger line over this network here, still making 25K a week. So yeah, I'm going to hook up Versailles, I think. The terrain is not favorable, to be fair, but we'll probably do some sort of like a parallel track, like a single. So the good thing about express trains actually is that typically you don't need two-way. But anyway, that is what's going on. While we just wait for the solid foundation tasks to be completed, I can't really accelerate them much more. You know, you can see our steel warehouse here. Really, actually, let's see how much it's producing. Yeah, I mean, it's 100% utilization practically. And then tool production, let's see, also 100% utilization. Actually, we can go ahead and bump him up to a library. Let's do that as well. Because library is essentially the upgraded immigration office. Yeah, and we're about to get a new industry in here too. It is really, Saint Denis did not fulfill that industry yet. Yeah, I wish we knew. I really wish we knew. Like, I wish it didn't keep the tasks hidden. It would be so nice to know what we're going to be needing coming, and that's why I think it's impossible to play these scenarios, you know, optimally until you've played them once and then redo them. We're on the way. I think next time I check in, I think these goals should be done, and we should have a really good, strong economy going. And I did get a little ask to see some trains. I totally agree. It is a bit, like, it's very dry when you're just looking at it from the top down. So it's nice to sort of actually see the lines get set up. Actually, a good one might be to have a quick look at our super fast express lines from Paris. But yeah, this was a recently created new train, the Rail Crusher D17 Rail Crusher. I'm not very good with all the train names, but yeah. So this, and that sort of guided me in like, well, we had the tech to do it. We've got the fastest express line. So let's start getting those express lines rolling. You see, it's very cool. I like the many bridges going into Paris here over the Seine. And you can see Paris is definitely built up quite a lot. And our headquarters overlooking the main passenger city. Yeah, love it. All right, so we're gonna check in again shortly, and yeah, let's see what our next goal is. Okay, we are back, and we just completed a task. Before we talk about the task, I'm building my very first industry here. You know, there was a lot of this in that last scenario, but I realized the big problem we were about to have, or the problem we were having with getting our steel created, was that there was not enough slag output. And boy, do you go in a hole once you figure that out, because if we have a look here, you can see slag, you know, steel is making the slag. Well, the only thing that's consuming slag is chemicals, which we have no production of. And to produce chemicals, we also need sulfur, which is a byproduct of wires. So the only way we're going to actually be able to get some slag into, you know, consumption going is this chain of actually having to make wires, which means we do need some copper. So I wanted to make sure that's being made, and that's going to require basically requires these one-off trains to get those deliveries over there. There is one other consumption of slag, which is paint, but paint also requires chemicals. So we need to start with chemicals regardless, and then, you know, both chemicals and paint are going to be taken in that slag. But anyway, that's what's going on. So we need to do that. I've also built out to Colomiers here, and it was quite the adventure through the you know, the most favorable terrain we could find. But that, I think, was also worthwhile. I just realized that Montvrain here went ahead and just made a wire factory without our consent. But that's fine, because copper's not too far away at all. We will connect a wire in here and let it in. I am going to have to double up this track at some point soon as well. We have the one-way signals that allows multiple trains to come along this line. But then, yeah, they will get jammed up over here. And this can be quite bad, but as you can see, this track is horrible. I am going to go ahead and give this one a second platform, though. It might help the other trains coming in that need to come in, because then they won't get held up. Oh, funny. Okay, so actually what happened is our tools went to Paris. That's what got announced. And they didn't realize that we hadn't quite got the steel to Paris. So that then revealed a December 83 to connect 8 cities to your network, which we have already done. So we just got an extra task for free there. And now we have a newly revealed task of reaching 90,000 citizens in North Seine-et-Marne. And so that is where we've already been building out. So you can see, you know, it's really valuable to just go ahead and build out the cities, because not only do we need the industries, but you're probably going to need them in goals as well. So yeah, we're already at 82 there, so this is good. We are going to have to get, it looks like, some kind of loop going here. This has actually been fed quite well. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and get that connected up. And we'll check back in super soon. I've got to imagine the steel's on the way to Paris, actually. Oh, look, Paris is full. 125,000, amazing. So let's just have a quick check. So steel, yeah, none on the way right now, because, yeah, I mean, actually there is a lot there. Why is there nothing taking steel? This one, he's on his way back, so actually he's probably going to grab the steel. Let's speed that up. And I've got to assume he's going to grab steel. Yeah, there we go. And he'll probably grab a full load because I've got to, yeah, Paris is demanding 2 a week. Yeah. Yeah, we really need to get, see, the slag has jammed up the steel production. Ooh, I like this. We've got a lot of corners right now, so let's go ahead and get this damping to increase our cornering speed. Yeah, okay, so I'll check back in just in a really little bit because we're going to have this steel delivered. All right, we're going to join our steel train arriving in Paris here. The flat cars of steel. Lots of fun. I like the maintenance shed that the station builds. They never actually go into it, which would be cool. But at least it visually looks pretty good. All right, there it is.
Steel was successfully delivered. The Eiffel Tower can continue to grow.
Now, I do not know, I haven't been looking. Oh, there we go, look at that. So, this is the beginning of the base of the Eiffel Tower. That is cool. It's just listed as Paris here, so there's no sort of Eiffel Tower. We've got a fashion industry right next to it. And our headquarters right by the Eiffel Tower, so we will forever, I'm sure that will never go away, that railroad headquarters. All right, so let's have a look at what we've, yeah, so okay, so solid foundation will end once we get to our 90,000 goal. So we need to sort of start focusing efforts on getting a lot of goods in over on that region. We have until 1884 to do that. We've got a solid 2.5 years. Yeah, not much has changed since I last commentated there, so I will, let's do another break. I'll sort of build out some more, you know, really it's about, I think, like we said, like probably having Montevrain being the core delivery for these two. Okay, I will see you in a bit. All right, well, we're back, and we just hit the 90,000 total citizens. So, yeah, we are on to a complex construction, which is going to, well, let's actually have a quick look at what happens at Paris. I wonder if we can now see more of the Eiffel Tower. I haven't, you know, it'll be a few seconds ago for you. It's probably been about an hour for me, so I think that's about the same still, but yeah. Okay, so we're able to basically get Montevrain really pushing. That's almost ready for library. These two have been a bit of a problem, just kind of getting consistent delivery over. Beans and potatoes are having trouble again. Actually, I'm not sure I haven't hooked up potatoes here. That's probably, or beans rather. Yeah, we need to do that for sure. But we've definitely got a lot of traffic on this line back and forth. And our wire, so yeah, we've been making wire, that's making sulfur, which we don't yet have a sink for. But that should be helping remove the slag from here. It looks like, though, did I miss out on sending the slag down? I think I did. Yeah, it becomes so much to keep track of. We need a chemical plant, that's what we need. And we are not super close to anything too... Oh, that looks good, actually. I think... Yeah, so we're going to have slag going here. I think that is probably a good symbiotic thing. Sulfur could come up here. Yeah, let's do it. Alright, so we're going to get our chemicals going. Of course, I haven't even looked at the goal. Okay, let's pause that and have a look at our task list. Alright, so found the Mullins Quarry. The iron outcrop can be found in the region of Eiffel. It's the east of Dois. Um, okay. Alright, so we're going to need this. It's $1 million. Where are we? All the way over the west. Okay. Alright, so yeah, we're sort of west of Versailles here. Okay. So we need to found this Mullins Quarry. Okay. So a really long trip. Let's have a look at that terrain. Not amazing. I have to cut through some mountains here. I mean, we might come around down this way too. We've basically got another whole region to build out. Yeah, 3 cities we really want to get going, I'm sure. Okay, so that will give us an iron outcrop. And then delivering 45 loads of steel from Yvelines to Department Paris. Steel components are, steel components. Complex elements needed in the construction for buildings. Steel and rivets. Okay, so rivets is our new thing. Yeah, I'm sure this is going to want some citizenship goal as well without telling us. But, so yeah, I mean, ultimately we have to build out these cities. And let's have a quick look at rivets. So it's coal and steel. So hopefully we can get another steel factory going over here. And then get, honestly, a rivets factory in the same place would be great. I doubt we'll be able to do that super quickly. At least they start at 2, so, you know, oh, that's 32,000, 32,000. Yeah, so they are all only 5,000 people away from giving us a new industry. So we'll be able to get steel and rivets going relatively quickly, hopefully. Okay, what is the time frame on that? Don't love it. I'll be honest. 2.5 years just to, to build up an entire region can be close. But okay. Well, I think that's our goal for next time. Yeah, it's getting quite involved, as this particular DLC has been. Let's have a final look down in our cities here. Go. Yeah, I mean, Paris is as large as it's generally going to get. What's our second largest city? Fossey. Surprised that that one made it out like this. But yeah. And then what's our most lucrative line? Paris. Yeah, so it's this this circuit right here. And I never did get my express going from Paris to Versailles. And like now there's definitely a heavy passenger demand there. So that I'll probably do that. Even though we're not hurting too much for money, but it's probably worth doing. We have another industry there. Okay, so yep, let's pause it. Thank you for joining. See you at the next one.